All right, this question is actually on the easier side. So this is on the Newton's second law. Climber of mass m slides down a vertical rope with an acceleration a. What is the average frictional force exerted by the rope on the climber? So, to solve this question, let us revise what are the steps involved in solving questions like this. So, here we go. There are three steps which we need to take care of. Step number one is to draw the free body diagram of the object, which means we just need to specify what all forces are acting on that object. Step two is to find the net force acting on the object. And then step three is the application of the Newton's second law, F net is equal to m into A. Step one, draw the free body diagram. So think what all forces are acting on this climber. One force is, of course, the actual weight of the climber. So let us write down. I'll draw an arrow W, which is equal to mg, the weight of the object pointing downwards. So W is equal to mg, and that is shown by an arrow pointing downwards. Now, apart from this weight, there will be a frictional force which is acting on this person. Now, the direction of friction will be opposite to the movement in this case. So, if you read the question carefully, it is saying that the climber is sliding down. Let me draw an arrow. So the climber is sliding down with an acceleration a, which means the friction direction will be upwards. Let's draw an arrow going upwards. That will be the direction of friction. And it is this friction which the question wants us to find. So let's proceed. Step number one, to draw the free body diagram, we already have done. There are two forces acting on the person. One is the weight going downwards, and then we have the friction going upwards. Step two is to identify the net force. So we have two forces, and both the forces are acting in the opposite direction. So the net force will be W minus F. So let me write down. So the net force acting on the person will be W minus F. Now, some students might say that why not F minus W? Because it's again subtraction only. So why not we take F in the beginning? So the reason is, since the climber is sliding down, so the downward force needs to be stronger than the upward force. So W is greater than F. And then when we are subtracting, so the bigger value should come in front. That's why I write W minus F. And that's the net force. And finally, we just apply the law F net is equal to MA. F net is W minus F. So let's write this down. W minus F is equal to M into A. And the value of W is M into G. So now if I make F as the subject here, F is friction. So we will get mg minus m into A. Let's see, is this in any of the options? Mg minus ma. Yes, it's in option C. And that is how we solve questions of this type. The steps are three: draw the forces. Step two, identify the net force, and then apply the formula.